do you ever hear people say like, having a fight, just get naked and then they'll be on, I don't know what to do. Like, that sounds good.
What is going on? Welcome back to the Cian Malone Show. I hope you are all well. Who am I here with today?
You're here with TAAFFE today.
And introduce yourself to anyone at home that doesn't know you are.
My name's TAAFFE. I'm a rapper slash hip hop artist slash MC slash musician, whatever you want to call it. I started rapping about a year ago and just creating, you know, trying to.
You only started a year ago, bro.
Proper, like, I mean, I've been like doing freestyles and stuff for years, but like about just over a year ago, I started actually writing. I watched the Wu-Tang show on Disney Plus, and I was just so inspired. I was like, man, I want to be a rapper. I started writing my own stuff, started recording it with my mate J6, and just started throwing them up on TikTok. They started getting a bit of traction. I was like, fuck it, man, maybe I actually should do this.
Yeah, just chase your fucking dreams.
It wasn't even my dream. It was like by accident. And after that, I was like, man, like, I fucking love doing this. I'm great at doing it. Like, this is just what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean?
The universe will just bring you on a journey and bring you to the destination you need to be on.
Yeah,
you know what
I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I just love doing it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's the main thing.
Well, I love to hear it, brother. Yeah. So actually, we're gonna go. I had a little order for the questions, but we're gonna change it up because we talked about that and the inspiration from the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah. What would be the biggest inspirations into your creative journey?
Like within the actual content, I feel like I'm inspired a lot by within my like lyricism and flow, rapping by a lot of the '90s hip hop. Like, say, I love listening to Nas, Big Pun, Big L, Wu-Tang as well. The style, you know what I mean? They brought, like, I loved one line, I can't remember.
Bit of boom bap.
Yeah, I love the way there was one line someone says like, I terrorized the jam like troops in Pakistan.
That's it. That's swinging through the neighborhood like a neighborhood spider, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I love saying stuff like that, like saying, like, a lot of people just talk about, I'm selling drugs, I'm gonna shoot you. But when you say like, I'll shoot you with these lyrics or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not personifying, but like turning them into.
I'll hit you
something
with
else.
a murderous verse.
Yeah. That sort of shit. You know what I mean? Like trying to like change it up a bit. I love all that. Like, and Gangstar as well, you know, like Guru, he's like gifted universal rhymes unlimited, which is just he's so focused on the lyricism and uplifting. I feel like I'm trying to do something similar in my stuff, you know what I mean, not be the same as everyone else.
You're trying to relay a message. Yeah. You're not just trying to rap on a beat.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to uplift, like I'm trying to start a movement, start causing change, you know.
I had a comment on an old episode I done with me and Nate O'Reilly where it was just some hater and he was like, what are two young fellas now? How can two young fellas inspire?
Yeah.
Anybody has the power within them to inspire. Yeah. If they've said something nice or they've relayed a message or they've made a song or they've created anything that has uplifted someone or give them a better way of thinking or a new way of thinking, that's inspiring someone. Do you know what I mean? So don't be afraid to like, you know, and this is me just speaking to you, this is me speaking to the audience, don't be afraid to try and inspire. If you feel like you have something inspirational in you that you feel like you can give to the world, just go for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel if you take inspiration from every aspect of life, it will shine out more, you know what I mean? You'll be able to inspire more by being inspired, you know what I mean? I feel like you have to realise that there's inspiration in every little thing, in the good, in the bad, in like whatever, you know what I mean? You're walking down the road, you see something, it might just spark something in your brain. You have to kind of like use everything in life to sort of get further with what you're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're dead right, bro. You're dead right.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the next question. This is the one I was going to start out with. If you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be? It's a hard question, I know.
Yeah. Inspired. I don't know. Like, I like that. I like that. It works, you know what I mean? I feel like I could think of 10 different ones that would work just as well, but I feel like I try to be inspired by every little thing, and it's what led to me becoming what I am, was being inspired by one thing or the other. We'll
bring it back to the last one. You find yourself as an inspired person who wants to inspire.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your after sum it up in one word, right? You know what I mean? You've done it right. Yeah. But also I wanted to digress a little bit because we talked about a little bit of music. We're going to get back to music, but what would be your interest outside of music?
At the moment, I'm trying to appreciate nature and stuff. Like, I've always been interested in like animals and stuff. I love watching films. I love TV shows. I love not even just making music, but listening to music and dancing and getting the feeling from it. I just love. I don't know. I feel like art in general is just like everything is art, and like it's just, once again, it's inspiring. I don't know. Yeah, like. I find
everything is art. Yeah, everything is art. So
I'm passionate about life. You know what I mean? I just like finding fucking seagulls.
Hey, you seagull.
Like this guy here. You know what I mean? Like it's it's gas, like, you know what I mean? You just have to enjoy the little things.
100%, yeah. Living in the moment as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I had to bring myself to, because a lot of the time I was just, you know, trying to plan too into the head of the future. Try to plan too much into the future, should I say. And I'm just overthinking. I'm like, I'm doing nothing right now constructively because all I'm thinking about is like problems that are going to arise in the future time.
I find it hard to live in the moment sometimes. Yeah, I'm always thinking about, oh, I need to do this. What am I going to do later? Oh, this is going to be deadly when I do this later. Like, I'm always trying to make the perfect thing.
Yeah.
Like that,
And it's like, that's it. I feel like that's another thing that's very easy to fall into as an artist, trying to perfect everything. And that usually turns into a spiral where you don't create anything because you're too busy sitting in your room thinking. And I fall into that all the time, and I get myself back out of it. But I wrote in my journal the other day, just start. Do you know what I mean?
You know,
just start.
My dad always says that about going to the gym. It's that if you don't feel like going down, wherever it is, go down. If you're just fucking doing a push up on the floor, or squat, whatever it is, just go. Do one thing, lift up the 1 kilo dumbbell, whatever, do one little thing, and you might feel like doing more. But once you've gone down and do something, you show up every time. That's what matters. That's the thing.
You feel like I'm here now, I might as well go.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the same with creating.
If you don't, you've gone down, you've done something. That's good. You've done something more than nothing. Yeah.
I find it's the same with creating. Like, you know, I can sit in my room.
You have to use that in every aspect. Yeah.
Like, I can sit in my room and like start thinking of all these mad ideas that I want to create, and I end up just going nowhere with. But if I take out a pen and I just write something in my journal, if I take out the camera and I just like put the camera down and start talking, that will ignite something in me somewhere. I'm like, now I want to create something, and I start building it into something, rather than like, you know, overthinking what am I doing, what am I going to create, what am I going to do, how am I going to touch people with this, blah blah blah. Just make it, and if someone's touched by it, happy days. But like, don't be trying to overthink the way. Like, that's why I'm trying to. It's like trying to inspire. I'm trying to make something meaningful, and that can lead you down a path of overthinking of like, how am I going to get there? But you get there by starting.
Yeah, exactly. Because talent isn't all of it, you know what I mean? Talent is part of it. When you have the talent, you have to put in the hard work, you have to show up, you have to keep doing it. It's not going to work. If you're the best at something but no one can see you, you're not putting yourself out there, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, you might get lucky, but you have more of a chance of getting lucky by showing up. It's the same, like, say some of the best rappers that are very unknown and other people that are doing very well, it's because they didn't show up every time, or they just weren't lucky. If you keep showing up, that one guy that's going to notice it, that has connections, he might see it, you might get further. If you just keep doing that for years and years and years, eventually you will get there.
100%. You're dead right. And like you said there as well, there's talent and there's execution, but there's also luck involved. So, you know, some people can make one track and just how the world of luck goes, blows up there, an overnight success. And you see with a lot of them type of artists, not all the time, but most of the time, they end up getting what they desired before they were ready to take on the challenge. And you see them get this, like, you know, if you have someone who like blows up, their song goes to like 1 billion views in the first one, and then you never hear about them again because they just didn't know. They never built up, so they didn't put the work in. But then there's also people that, you know, can put the work in for years and years and not get anywhere and and some of them will give up. But then there's the person who done it. It's like, you ever see that meme where they're like digging for diamonds? Like that's like messing a lot of people up when it comes to gambling.
You're right.
But we're like actually putting work into something, you know, you can go, and it could be the next day Kanye West finds their song, or you know, the way I think it was like, I think with Post Malone's rise, I think Wiz Khalifa, I think it was, I might be wrong on who, but but an artist found his song on SoundCloud, shared it, and he went overnight success. But he was also putting in the work, living in a, I think he was actually living in a closet, like he was living in his mates, like for, like, you know, no rent, kind of like living in LA with a guitar, just in a dream. You know what I mean? And I kind of fall into a similar thing at the moment, where I'm like broke on the dole, living my best life with freedom. I might not be going out on the party all the time. I might not be going out on holidays all the time, but I have my own time and my own space I'm able to build. So, you know, if I churn out a project that really meant something to me, I'm after working on for hours upon hours, sometimes maybe days, and like only a few people see it. I don't get bummed down by the numbers, because the experience I learned while making it is only after growing me as a person. So every time I make something, I know it's compounding over time, and I'm getting better and better and better. So when it comes to the point where I do have my lucky break, I know I'll be ready for it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And like you said, with the talent as well.
Exactly.
I'll bring it back to talent. I'm waffling here now, but with talent as well, someone can have all the talent in the world without the ambition to use it.
Exactly.
So they might just, you know, jump into one thing and be like mad talented and not really care and not really get anywhere. Or someone could be mad talented, hugely talented, and a hard worker, but the luck hasn't come in yet. You know, they just haven't had that right person. They haven't had it's just, and it might happen over time, but it's all about not giving up and just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I was just thinking about the first question you asked. I just remember what was it, the musical inspirations? I want to say Bob Marley as well, huge inspiration. Just his music as a child, I always listened to it, and his view of life, especially just Rastafarians in general, the view on life, the way he's like, is not about material things. It's all about like, I don't know. I can't think of it now on the spot, but he was saying like, money is not like wealth. Wealth is like
knowledge.
I can't remember what the quote
Wisdom.
was saying. Yeah, but stuff like that. You know what I mean? I love his mindset. The way he was trying to help people. He was trying to uplift. I feel like that's something I kind of. I'm trying to emulate a bit.
And you need to remember as well, I'm 25, so I'm a few years older than you. But you're 19, so like you have all these ambitions to do this kind of stuff, and you're only in the stage of learning. Your 20s are like, you're not even hit your 20s yet, but your 20s are a stage of learning. With social media, you know, when you watch all these people that are 19, 18, they've all these supercars. That's a lottery chance. That's not a reality. Most people in their 20s are in a learning stage. You know, you're only going to be going into your 20s, but that's where you're at now, and you're after starting younger. You're 19, starting to go towards your passion. So it's only going to be years and years of learning, and you'll finally develop into the person you want to be. But because you're putting the work in, you're searching within your soul, you know what you want to do, and you're just and as you said, you know, you're just taking in life, you love life. You're being aware of your surroundings, you're learning,
just
you're going
the
to
little
go.
things. That's one thing people don't.
Every little thing,
as well,
don't be alright.
Get up, stand up for your rights.
Yes,
that's the type of shit.
It's the same thing with it's like, you know, like I'm only getting into music now, so I'm making my first track, and it was like, you know, I'm seeing all the problems in the world. I'm like, what can I do? I'm a young fella with no power, no influence, no money. What can I actually do? And I was like, I can funnel it into art. What way can I do that? I tried to talk about it on on YouTube, you know, sometimes, and like I'm like I said, I'm in my learning stage still. I'm 25, so I'm still learning and trying to develop into that. And with the music, I said, right, let me just write a song, laying out the problems and the solution I see. Doesn't mean it's the right solution, but I see the solution as power and unity. That's such a broad way of thinking, but it really is the answer. It's just getting there is a lot more nuanced than actually just naming the solution. Do you know what I mean?
It's because the systems that have been put in place were so far gone from the way things began that it's so hard to get back there, because other people have gotten to the top while using this system while crushing everyone else. So I feel like it's the system is bidded against you to be able. You can't. It's so much harder to do that than it should be.
I only learned a new word there the other day, and I used it in one of my older videos, my last videos, genentocracy. So that explains exactly what we're talking about when it's the older generations who've been in power. And we're not, when I say older generations, I don't mean you and your granddad. You know what I mean, your granddad and your nanny. I'm talking about the elites that are in power. It's genentocracy more means that. So these are older generations who their only ambitions right now. So the people that are making the decisions that dictate how the world is going forward, they're thinking about financial gain and what they can gain in the rest of their life. A lot of them aren't thinking about the future generations, so they're destroying the world for our generation and the generations coming forward.
Because it's easier for them. You know
exactly, and they don't like some. Sadly, like most of the time, good people don't get into power as a position because you need to have something kind of bad about you to get into that.
The people that thrive power are often a bit crazy, a bit mad. So they're the ones that want the power the most. They're gonna get to the top. The ones that they get sick of it, they realise this is fucking disgusting. All this politics, the way people are acting. I can't stay in this game. It's bad for my mental health. And then that just lets the bad people just fucking come together and bigger and bigger. It's
it's years as well. Like the nepotism term gets thrown around with music and entertainment a lot, but it's also the same for positions of power, because like even if you bring it back to, you know, the royalty days where it was like the king's successor was his son, and the emperor's successor was his son or one of his family members, but even right now in politics, the people in it are the rich because their family member was in it and they got the place in. It's not, you know, and like what you'll see is, you know, people from working class areas who have a bit of passion in them. They want to change, and they go into this system that they get drowned out, blackmailed out of it. They get just swallowed up by the tribalism of power that's already in place. So what my kind of solution is like, us as the younger generation need to come around now and go, right, this isn't the way the world needs to work. We can have a future of utopia, and that comes with putting aside our little differences and speaking about the actual issues, discussing, debating, not arguing, not moaning, discussing and debating with clear head, listening to each other. Exactly, listening and learning and thinking, how can we do it? Because I think a lot of people be at home looking at all the issues going on at the moment, and they're like, how can I fix this? What can I even do? And there's nothing I can do. But together, there is something we can do, because we can come and get together and bring unity forth. Do you know what I mean? I really do believe in that future. You know, a lot of my friends have talked to, they can fall into a bit of a hopeless kind of outlook on it, where they're saying there's nothing we can do. There's nothing, what can we fix? It's already too far gone. But hope and optimism. Two forces. Just and even
optimism. It's so important. I feel like not many people realise that how damaging it is to think negatively, but like it actually does so much to your brain. If you just think positively, you'll just have such a better time, and you'll just be able to get on better with other people as well. Like you'll 100%.
And what I see as well with it, so like when the negativity thing, I would probably come across as a pretty positive person, but that doesn't mean I'm not a victim to falling into negative spirals, you know. And usually it can be by being in an environment of people thinking negatively, and it just, regardless of how much you know you can think positive in your own time, it does seep into you, and you need to kind of snap yourself out of that and just go forward and go, right, what way can I bring this back around, right? Why are they thinking that way? Where did it come from? And then you can think about, why am I thinking that way? Where did it come from for myself? And then you start to kind of not just thinking about the problems, but naming them, find out where they've come from and where you're having them, and it makes it a lot easier to deal with. It kind of takes the emotion out of the problem in a sense. Now we can start thinking a bit rationally about it.
No, I see that. The emotion can get in the way. You can kind of blur it. Like.
Yeah, like everybody talks about the kind of, they're saying like, females are more emotional, men are more rational, but like it might be to a certain degrry. I'd say maybe, I'm just throwing out numbers here now, this isn't the thing, but maybe men think 60% rational. No, if you come after me, just try to do a bit of thinking behind it, right? 60% men probably rational, 40% emotional. Maybe the adverse for the females, you know, 60% emotional, 40% rational, and that doesn't mean every single person, like every single male thinks that way, every single female thinks like, we're generalising, and that's what we have to do. Where there's I think there's nearly 8 billion people on the planet. We have to generalise, you know, we have to go, what's the common sum between it, and that doesn't take away from, you know, meaning like a female can't think rationally, or a man can't have emotions. It just means that we work with it differently, and we just need to acknowledge that and see how we can walk around them. Do you know what I mean?
I often wonder if, say, men and women were living in a different sort of society, would they still think the same? You know what I mean? Like, say, this is an example for boys are born, they're like, oh yeah, you love Spider-Man, the colour blue. Girls, oh, here's green and Barbie, or pink, whatever. But it's like, if that wasn't shown, I wonder, would everyone be more alike, or what would it be like? You know what I mean? That's just, it's another thing to think about.
Definitely. I know what you mean. Like, do you mean, sorry, just because I had it like two kind of different ways I thought about that. Do you mean, so say, I'll just put a room for the thing, so all women in one room, all men in one room, and they're both separate? Or do you mean like as if there was no media, and that's what they're picking up?
No, what I mean is that if there were no like stereotypes or set ideas of what a girl or a boy should be like, and what would we end up being like? Would we be more similar? Would it be the same? That sort of thing. Like.
I don't like, even with the stereotypes, I don't like stereotypes. For me, is just generally speaking. So if you lump 100 girls in one room, 100 men in another room, what's the average thing that go towards? You know, some of them might go towards more masculine things, some might go towards more feminine things. But on the other one where I was thinking, whereas now you separate them. So one world, go away you.
Oh, my shorts, man, get away.
Go away, Ola. Sorry, there's a few boards here acting the Egypt. But yeah, so say you put them in the different kind of just worlds, say, just so there's only men in one world, there's only women in one world. I feel like, and regardless of, like, you know, when we go into like the sexual kind of disorders, I'm more just thinking on like, I feel like we need each other.
Oh yeah.
Not on a basis of stereotypes, but we blend so good together. We bounce off each other because we're strong in some things, they're stronger in other things, and we're able to learn from each other.
Did you ever hear that quote about women? Can't live with them, can't live without them. You know?
Can't live with them, can't live without them. 100%.
It's so true. Like.
That's after summing up that point.
Yeah, you have to just find the balance. Like.
We'll leave it at that because, you know, more about TAAFFE. Actually, you know, something that, I don't know, did I ask you what's something you learned recently that helped you grow as a person? Did I ask you that?
No, you haven't asked me that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I asked your biggest, so, no, actually, sorry, I want to bring it back to you, because we're talking about a few more stuff. We might go back to that, but what were your opinions of being in the studio making the Gale Wave cypher? Because I was in there with you, with the third cypher anyway, I think you were on the other ones, but I was in there, I was doing behind the scenes, so I could feel the energy in the room, so I want to hear your perspective on what you felt in that room.
Yeah, I want to speak about the first cypher first, because I feel like it was just, it went so much better than the second one. I don't know, the third one that you were at, it was quite different. The first time, I feel like everyone was a bit nervous, but I think in the third one, the fact that the cypher had been done, Gale Wave had been like a thing. It was already, people knew what we were getting into. Everyone was just there. Everyone was just ready. We all came in. Everyone was just banging it out, and it's just, I don't know. It was just all the different styles. Max, I loved the bit where Lucas JD's finishing up saying, he's like, "You're my dog, you're my Marja," and then your man Jay Doyle comes in after Railways up on Abbey Street. It's just the contrast between the two of them is insane. I love showing that to people because it's just, where would you ever see that? You know what I mean? And the fact they fucking went to number 1 in the charts, I think like the hip hop charts is mental. Like,
unbelievable.
I don't know how the charts work, but like however many were bought,
I think it's pre-orders.
Yeah, it's
So
mental.
I think there's different types of charts, but I think that one goes off the pre-order. So people pre-ordering the track, like, don't know if people paying that money to go and listen to the track. That's cool.
Yeah.
Shit. I was gonna say fuck. I don't have of course much. If you can course and say whatever, I'm just trying to be a bit better. You know what I mean? Trying to be a bit better.
Like, I don't know. I think it's especially just, it's mad that I never think of anything outside of me being an artist and all that stuff, but Carew, he's actually thinking of bringing the whole scene, building the Gale Wave, the cypher, doing different shows. And I find that it's so cool. Like,
can you see that camera? The little squirrel there. Sorry if I cut you off, bro. But
squirrels are dead.
You know yourself. You just
anytime you see a squirrel, you can cut me off. But
over the hedge.
Yeah.
Hey, who get away with
Oh my god, this fella trying to steal my shots, man.
Just I didn't hit him. No animal abuse going on.
No, none of
just
that.
a warning sign. Yeah,
warning
just
shot.
A warning shot. Yeah, but what you were saying there about Carew, about bringing everything out. That's what I love about Carew.
Like that as well. It's, I mean, it's inspiring in itself. Like, it's just mad. Like, you should, like, I just met Carew in town one day, and then it's just, he texted me, "Do you want to be on the cypher?" And then I just everything just. Then there was the show we did in Tipperary. So much stuff spiraling from that. It's just, it's mad to think about. I think. Like,
I love that because, especially like Carew was one of the first people to ever fuck with me with my content and all. We were meaning to like collab for so long, and we finally went down and met and built a great friendship with him. But like you just said there with the Gale Wave, I have a similar thing I want to build with the Irish Renaissance movement, and that's all about bringing Irish artists together and just creating something and just and trying to inspire each other and just trying to build a movement for the future going forward. What can we all build together, or with some or apart, but in a way, you know, in the same kind of group.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And watching Carew build Gale Wave and bringing Irish artists on to have their ciphers and all, and being in that room. While I was asking that question, while I was in that room, and I was just doing behind the scenes, I got asked to rap on it like the day before, and I was like, I'm making my first song, and I'm not ready. But I went and done it.
Gale
and
Wave's the big leagues.
I'm going on the next one though. I already have lyrics written. But while I was in the room, it was just that creative energy. Do you know what I mean? It was just people coming together, creating, showing their own kind of unique styles, blending each other's unique styles. Everyone brought energy into the room. Everybody was dying to do it. Everybody, when someone finished their verse, everyone's like,
everyone's sitting up ready, waiting to go for their verse.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was deadly. I loved it.
And like, there was one comment on the YouTube video. It's like, it's just like, I can't remember what it said. It was something about like everyone complements each other, the way it all goes together.
Yeah.
And it is the difference and the contrast that makes it that, you know what I mean? It's so unique. Like, and the
loved how
the
it's
beat
shown.
is so grand. It sounds like a fucking Avengers level threat or something. It's
I loved it. But one thing I loved as well, like you just said there, you know, when they were saying, you know, all the different styles blend together so well. I loved how it was shown, the different way our accents can be used. Because Lucas is from Meath. Carew's from Tipperary.
Ross.
Ross is from Longford, is it, or Louth?
I think he lived down in Wexford. He lived down in Wexford.
Wexford, there's a lot of artists in Wexford. Shout out Wexford, shout out Osa, shout out Sparrow, shout out all my boys in Wexford. Shout out Walshy and shout out Karma, shout out Envy from the agency as well. Shout out Wexford,
Wexy boy,
But and then
actually, I'm going down to Wexford doing a gig next month or something. Courtown.
Courtown, love Courtown. Courtown's such a good spot.
I've been there when I was younger,
Yeah, but and then Waifu Sham, only met him that day. I'm so bad with names, especially when I'm meeting multiple people at the same time. I'm bad at remembering names. So Waifu Sham, fucking love your brother. But he's from Monaghan.
And
then where else was people from? I'm missing people. And then Jay is from Crumlin.
So
Jay is from Crumlin. You're from Malahide. He's from Furlong's from Ballymun. Yeah, you say Ballymun. Sorry, I thought I hate Crumlin when you said that for a reason. But it's just a blend of all this.
I don't know.
We've actually collected them in Ballymun, but to them here, but he reps probably more anyway. But yeah, the blend of just different Irish accents going together, I loved it. Great, and it just fits so well because people have clowned on the Irish accent and rap for so long. And I feel it was only at the early stages. We're getting into it now where it's starting to
we're so lucky that people have done it for so long that the accent is acceptable now.
The pioneers took all the shit for the people
like
that come next.
Scary Era, Redzer, Lunatic, Lethal Dialect, Costello, all them boys, man. Working Class Records, like that, they are so inspiring to me. I love listening to all that. Lethal Dialect, like
even the later boys that came on, like Versatile, Kneecap and all. Just people to inspire you. I just love it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like it's been going on for so long that I think it really is in the golden age right now. That it's like it's accepted. Everyone's booming. The scene is just it's ready to go into that stage where it's actually like worldwide almost. I feel like it's grown so much. And
Kneecap and Fontaines have proved that majorly, and there's also other ones.
Yeah, the Irish, the Gaeilge in Kneecap.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know what I mean, and even like people. When I've talked about Kneecap in the past, people go on about something to do with their political issues. I don't. Whatever someone's political ideologies or their opinions are, I'd love to sit down and discuss it with them, but I'm not going to judge them on it. Do you know what I mean? And that's not what I judge them on. I judge them on their music and what their music done for me. But hearing them and watching their movie and seeing Youngfluss from a similar that's one of the things that sparked me making all this. Seeing Youngfluss from a similar kind of background to me, even though they're up the north, I'm in Jobstown. I just seen Youngfluss from a council estate going on making a movie, just playing shows, building a mainstream audience. Like it's actually possible.
It's great that it's almost a new stage of rebel music. You know what I mean? There was the Wolf Tones. I'm rapping the Wolf Tones right now. But like the Wolf Tones, like the Dubliners, all that stuff, the Bardi Coins and all. But it's like the rebel rap that they're almost doing in Gaeilge and all. I love it. Like it's so cool to see. Like I try to do a bit of that in my own stuff. Like I try to like take. It's like I always see that in America, the hip hop, it was grown from jazz and soul, which was like the black culture, and I kind of want to use the Irish culture, which was the rebel and the trap music, and try and bring that into mine. But I feel like I haven't done it a lot in my career so far. But like I have one song which is I've only put it out on SoundCloud, but I like performing it. It's like a full Irish history song about like rebels and stuff. Like I'm very passionate about all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are. We have that. It's just in our DNA. That kind of want to rebel.
I
can't
understand if you're Irish and you don't feel like that. I find that crazy. Like it's mad. Like,
well, everybody has their own kind of things. You know, it's just like it's even. I was having a laugh with one of my friends there the other day because we were watching the England and Norway game and how pissed off we got. I was like, actually had to take a step back and laugh. Myself. Like, why do you care, kid? It's obviously some genetics. It's like it's just in my soul. All my ancestors previously gone before. I can feel their trauma.
Exactly.
In my body. You know what I mean? It's like I was saying there, but like, wanting to bring. Like you can with the rap, you know, a lot of us do take inspiration from America, from England, from all different people that have come before in the genres. But like that you said, like bringing the Irish kind of identity into it and finding our own way through that. The song I'm making is the Drums Liberation, and I actually sampled the Bowron on it. So I'm trying to use Irish instruments.
My cousin plays the Bowron. I'm gonna get him to.
You should. I love it. I got the idea with my mentor, shout out Melda. I was filming she was doing basically I done a guided meditation with her, and then a meditation where she was using the Bowron, and I was watching One Piece and like the Drums Liberation, Joy Boy, Luffy. I already had all that in my head, and then when I seen her playing the Bowron, I was like, I need to combine this. I need to make a song and combine this, and that's where the Drums Liberation got birthed from. You know what I mean? And it's like I just want to focus on Irish. Like I was having a chat with Waifu Sham. And I was saying, like, I was asking him a lyric in Irish because I didn't grow up in a Squelga school, and I want to learn it. I just haven't got down and perfect. I haven't got fluent, and I'm not even fluent in English. You know what I mean? But I'll get there one day to where I can actually start making songs.
Hiberno English, though.
Hiberno English. Yeah, you put me onto that.
The Queen's English.
Hiberno slang.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
But yeah, I was talking to him about it, and I was like, I really want to make music in the future with the Irish language. Right now, I speak it's Michigan, you know what I mean? I'm Will Caragum Dulgari on letters, you know what I mean? I'm not well Paul Mahone or something.
Fuck, I'm after forgetting it.
I love brain fire. It's alright, it's not your first language. The oppressors made sure of that.
Winston Churchill's fault, man.
Yeah.
And Cromwell.
Fucking Cromwell. Fuck Cromwell, yeah.
Oh, bollocks, man. I can't remember.
They're all good, bro. We'll come back to
you. What it means, though, it's a country without a language is a country without a soul.
I'll put that up on the screen. I'll research that after so we can bring us back to it.
It's a great quote, though. I think James Connolly said it.
James Connolly said it,
It's really good, man.
James Connolly. That movie was great. Speaking about movies, the James Connolly movie, I love that. But so I wanted to move on. Sorry,
the Michael Collins film.
Michael Collins film. Sorry, not James Connolly, the Michael Collins film. But look at us too. Well, he's a lot more. You know what I mean? Come here, leave us alone, yeah. Leave us alone. Leave Cian Malone alone, yeah. But I wanted to move on to another question. Yeah. Would you have any advice to give to the younger audiences? Obviously you're young for yourself, but now I'm like, there's stuff that I might be able to put onto you because I'm 25 and I've had a few more years on the earth than you. You're 19. There could be something that you learned in the last 4 years that you could pass on to a 13-year-old and might be watching, or a 14-year-old who's trying to figure himself out.
No, I feel like in the past year or so, I feel like I have learned a lot, like, about myself, and just I feel like the value of things, like, especially like what I was saying earlier, like, appreciate the little things. It's not all about like fucking the end of the week going to the pub, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I think you have to find enjoyment in that, but like, another thing in my recent song, in the chorus, I said, take what you're given and go make a living, don't listen to your mates trying to fit in. It's like, if you are passionate about something, you really love it, you should go for it. It doesn't matter like if everyone else isn't a fan of it, you have to just do it. You know what I mean? Like, all the sheep that follow one way, if you go this way, they're not going to start following you, but eventually they might. You know, you just have to keep doing your thing, and people might like it, they might not. But like, once you're doing what you love, that's the main thing, I think. Yeah,
that's some of the best advice you can give as well. And taking that different path will separate you from the people that you grew up around to a certain degree. More for some people, a little bit less for some others. But you just got to keep going down that journey. You're gonna start figuring out so much about yourself once you start going towards your own passions. What do I love to do? What am I gonna do? And some of your friends they grew up around, some people are lucky and they grew up around mates that shared the same passions and they just grow up together.
Like,
some people have to figure it out on their own. You know what I mean?
I had friends that used to always rap at me, but they all just fell out of love for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad.
No, 100%, and as well with that, I had another point there where I was going to bring that back to. So with the figuring yourself out part of it, it can fall into, even though you're doing something positive, everything kind of has a bit of a balance. So the positives will bring on negatives. You work hard. You have to like put yourself through hard work to gain something.
Exactly,
it's the same with chasing your dreams. You're gonna change your whole direction on your life. Where you're gonna go with it. What you don't know what's next. You're starting to choose. You're getting away from the comfort. And you're going into discomfort. You're going into risk. Where is my life gonna go? I don't know. When like you're growing up and it's like they're trying to tell you that this is where your life's going to go. You're going to go to school, you're going to go to college, you're going to get a job, you're going to go and do what we're telling you to do.
Don't do what you're told to do.
Listen to that if that's what you want to do. You know, if you want to go into an occupation that you need to do that, 100%. But we're basically two artists, two creative youngsters that are talking about our own journey. So if you feel as if you're a creative youngster or young one and you know that message kind of resonated right away, just try something. You can start minuscule. You don't have to throw yourself off the deep end right away, but I'll tell you one thing, throwing yourself off the deep end works. As soon as I left my job and I said risk, full risk, no safety net, what can we do? I learned so much about myself in them months after that, you know what I mean?
I think as well, like, don't listen to what everyone else is telling you to do, and don't do what everyone else is telling you to do. Do whatever the fuck you want, you know what I mean? Fuck around and find out. Like, you have to just
fuck around, find out and rebel.
Exactly. You have to, rebel is like my number one thing. You just rebel against anything you don't believe in. Don't do it, you know what I mean? If it's not you, don't do it. I think there's so much stuff. I feel like I'm always looking for something to fight for, because, like, you know what I mean, it's like when you have that blood in your passion, your blood's boiling, you're passionate about something, you're really angry, it's you're emotional. Say, like, example, like stuff about the British and the Irish, like, I'm really passionate about that. But I think if you haven't found something like that yet, you have to just keep looking for it. And like, if you have something like that, don't let someone tell you that it's not important, you know what I mean?
100%. And like, I've had the same kind of things. It's like, I'm a dreamer, so like, even when I was younger, daydreaming. When I've gotten older now, I've like actually like, now I fully believe in my dreams and like I know where I want to go to it. So when I'm talking to someone, even if they're my mate and they just don't understand where I'm coming from, that can really negatively affect you if you're not prepared for it. You know, when you're telling some of your dreams and they don't understand your dreams, or they're not dreaming themselves, they can talk it down. You're mad. Who could have a dream of doing that? I can dream of doing that, and I believe I can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Never second guess yourself.
Do you know what? Never second guess yourself is definitely true, but I feel like you have to. Sorry, bring that back to me. You have to kind of second guess yourself after the fact. I feel like, you know, go into stuff like, as we were talking about earlier about overthinking. You have to just go in and try.
Yeah.
And don't second guess yourself in the action.
Yeah.
But once you've acted,
analyze,
not second guess, but analyse yourself. Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's true. Because like when I get hate comments, that makes me think, what can I do better? You know what I mean? What are they saying? What's bad about it? What can I find out? Take from the love and the hate. You know what I mean? You have to learn from everything. I think that's another thing. Learn from everything. You can learn this. Don't underestimate any person. You think someone's an idiot, you can learn so much from them. That just the way they think differently. Like it's like school smarts and the street smarts. You can learn from both stuff like that. It's all different stuff. It's interesting.
I've learned more lessons in my life from negative people or people that are misbehaving or people that are just they're to learn from, to be not like them than I have from good influences. And it's like 100%. It's mental. So it's like something you might see as negative in the world, there's always a lesson in it. Yeah. Like I have this quote in my journal. What's the way to go? I cannot fail, as to fail is to learn. Yeah. So
it's
go into
it's a lesson.
It's not a loss if it's a lesson. You know what I mean? It's just a basic thing, but it really makes sense if you can get yourself in that mindset. A lot of people that are falling into the content game as well, they can be chasing the numbers, chasing the fame, chasing the popularity, but start searching within. You know what I mean? Like what can I build for myself? What can I learn from this? Instead of being like, oh, that video went shit, maybe I don't have it, maybe there's nothing I can do with this. Now go, why didn't it work? What can I do better? There's a lesson in every loss. You know what I mean?
There's a lesson in everything. Even in the wins, I think there's a lesson. Like.
So we're getting towards the end of the Cian Malone show. I think this has been a great episode. I came, as I said to TAAFFE before this, I wanted to come with a new energy. I'm starting this new era. I wanted to just try do it better. So let me know in the comments if you think it's better. That's what I'm going for. If you think there's anything we can do better, let us know.
Constructive criticism, non-constructive, whatever.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring that back actually, because you were there talking about hate comments. Yeah. There's, like, as you said, you can learn from all. There is some hate comments that are complete just negativity with no constructive criticism. Even unconstructive criticism. If it's some sort of a criticism, you can learn off it. But if they're just saying absolute arse. 1 second.
Why is this fella trying to get my stuff? Like?
Yeah, sorry, I went on. This is me. I'm daydreaming. I just kind of go off of my own words. There was a little. Is it a seagull or is it a pigeon?
That's a seagull.
I'm not very up to date with my boards, to be honest with you.
I'm an expert at the moment.
Yeah. I need to do that. Only since I got craic, so I've become more of an animal person. Yeah. I wasn't really, even though I like animals now, but I really I connect with them a bit more now. Like even so I would have said I didn't like cats growing up.
Yeah,
but now like a cat comes up to me and I'm like giving it a rub on the neck.
I don't trust cats. I feel like I don't know so much about big cats that if the cats were that size, I think they'd kill us in an instant. You know what I mean? I just think they look in their eyes. They just look like they want to fucking scrape me. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I would have thought that, but shout out Tao, my producer. He has a cat, and like when we're in the studio and all the cats coming up, and the cat's like rubbing the head up against you, and it's like, he's a cool cat. You know what I mean? He's a house cat. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, up.
There's not even any food there.
There's not even any food, bro. What are you going for?
Trying to eat your book or something.
Do you know what I mean? Trying to eat a book. He's just trying to eat up that knowledge.
Yeah,
shout out to you, brother. Food for thought, exactly. Yeah, but sorry, I love that. This is what I love about the Cian Malone show. We just went off on a few random tangents. I have a few questions that I want to ask, and I want to see where we're going to go, and it just branches off.
Yeah. This fella.
Yep. He's not a chancer. I like
it. Get him out of here.
Nah, leave him. He's an extra. I was only doing extras today for the first time. I went up and I applied for it. It's cool. More about that, but more about TAAFFE. Sorry, not more about TAAFFE, because we're getting towards the end of the show. I do have a recurring question that I ask guests. Do you have any questions for the Cian Malone fella?
That's a good question.
It is a great question. Thank you.
I'm not sure. Like, I feel like.
Can be anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be something profound. It can just be something small.
What's the most important lesson do you think you've learned in life?
What's the most important lesson I've ever learned in life?
Or the one lesson you think you should pass on the most?
I think it's the one I preach all the time about just being true to yourself and not listening to what others think. No, not completely not thinking, like listening to what others think. Taking it in, but not taking everyone at face value. Actually, that's what I'm going to rewind there. Don't take anything at face value. Yeah. There's always going to be people that are going to criticise you in a non-constructive way. Some people are going to criticise you in a constructive way. But just take what you can from each lesson. Don't take anyone as power over you or they know well more than you. They might give you a different outlook, a different perspective, and learn on that and grow yourself as a person through it. Yeah. So maybe I rambled there a little bit, but I feel like my whole content's trying to give out lessons, you know what I mean? So I feel like I've talked about that all the time, and sometimes talking about stuff over and over again can give you different perspectives and different ways of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I did have a little kind of, I kind of fell back into a thing where I was like, when I'm doing the Q&As, people ask me the same question on 7 different episodes. I'm like, I've already talked about this, but obviously they haven't seen the other one, so I'm like, but maybe I can give a different outlook on this time. You know what I mean?
Well, have you been asked that question before?
No, it's more like I always get asked, how did you get into content, that kind of stuff, and I've said it so many different times, but I don't mind saying the story again. It's just like, I'm like, I get into this kind of thing where I'm like, give me some like existential crises questions. I want some mad questions. Let me think. Let me just kind of random kind of thing.
About it there.
No, you're all good. That was good. That was a great question though. And it was one. I don't think I was going to ask you. I did already ask you.
Yeah, you asked me something.
But we're going to finish off here now with the new segment. I think I've done it on a few of them. But what would be your last words to the audience as we leave them? Can be a little quote or something.
I'm going to go with a little Bruce Lee quote.
Go ahead. The stage is yours.
Absorb what is useful, reject what is not, and add what is uniquely your own. That's a good philosophy for life. And I think another philosophy, question everything. Always ask questions. You're not going to learn if you don't ask questions.
That's what I should have said when you asked me that question. And like, I love this, right? Because I'm trying to become this interviewer, and I'm only at the early stage of it, right? So it's like I'm asking all these different people questions, and obviously I'm putting them on the spot. And then I brought in the new question where it's like, do you have any questions for me? Now I'm getting put on the spot, and now I'm like, oh, my brain's been going forward here. I'm like, what am I going to say? So I love that. So I want to say thank you very much, TAAFFE, for coming on.
Great meeting.
We get that little slap on the old audio. It was great meeting you, bro. As I said, we met the last day. I was like, this is a young fella I want to bring on the show, and the episode couldn't have went better in my opinion. It was a conversation I've learned from. It's a conversation we felt a connection, and that's all I want for the Cian Malone show. Getting people on, connecting, and just conversating. Where can we go with this? What can we learn from each other? Can we inspire each other? Can we make each other laugh? You know what I mean? Can we just make each other feel something that's not just bland,
not just regular? No
small talk on the Cian Malone show. We leave it at that, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe or like, because we don't do that shit. It's up to you. We'll see you in a bit.